Well, hi there. Happy Friday and welcome to Cindy's Corner. Tonight, my work week is done and I'm getting ready to kick back and relax and fix myself a cocktail and a snack. And I'm going to take you guys along with me and show you guys what I'm doing tonight. I've got some music on my Pandora app, so I'm kind of getting the groove on, getting the chill coming through, and we got some really tasty stuff to have tonight. So we're going to start off with what is my dip or spread tonight, and it is what I call a mock pate. So this is liverwurst. It's 2-ingredient spread. So it's liverwurst and Dijon mustard, and you mix them together, and I added a little bit of pepper. No salt because the liverwurst has plenty of salt in it. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of tarragon on top. I'll just turn that around so you can see that the right way. Okay, and just FYI, so this was this recipe, the package of liverwurst I got was 8 ounces of liverwurst, and I only used a tablespoon of Dijon with it. So you don't want to put a lot of Dijon, just a little bit it softens it up, makes it more spreadable, and it adds a little bit of tang to it, okay? And you know, I just forgot one more thing I'm going to take out of the fridge to go along with this. Something that is a good thing to have with a meat spread like this, and that is cornichons or gherkin pickles. This is really good to put on your plate, so we're going to put that on our plate as well. Okay, so along with that, we're going to have some assorted, I have several options here for crackers or Melba toast to spread it on. This, I live in Astoria, Queens, which is the old Greek neighborhood, and the top of my block actually has a Greek store, and so I got this package of toast up there. This was $1.99 for this package, and these are quite sizable little toasts, so that's a really nice size to put something on top of. So I'm going to be definitely using that tonight. But I also have some petite rice crackers. You know, rice crackers are gluten-free, so I think it's a good idea to have some gluten-free stuff in your house, you know, in case you have guests who have some intolerance. You know, this is low in calories, so if you're dieting, this is a really good choice for a cracker. And then, of course, my favorite, I've got some club crackers, and I really like the multigrain flavor. So I'm going to see, you know, once I get things going along, we'll see what we actually end up with putting on my plate. Okay, so I'm always, you know, when I have especially something heavy like this, I like to have something fresh along with it. So I'm going to have some cucumber and celery. And what I did with my cucumber is I peeled it so that it was kind of striped, so that adds a little interest to it. And I scraped out the seeds on this one half, and now I'm going to show you how you do that. So you cut your cucumber in half, and then you're going to use a spoon, and you're just going to scrape out the seeds. This is very much the same way that you would, like if you have a cantaloupe, you would scrape the seeds out, okay? So I'm scraping it into my compost bowl. This is something new in Queens. We just started, we're composting our kitchen scraps. So every apartment building gets a special bin that is just for kitchen scraps. And it's our borough is the first borough to start this program, so it's kind of a test to see how it works out, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to cut them on the diagonal. So they end up like little crescents. Okay, so what you got here is a little crescent that has a little bit of color on there. Let's cut up the other side real quick. And usually I cut my celery into strips or little mini sticks, but you know, I'm kind of tempted to cut this on the diagonal too. No, well, let's see. No, I'll cut it on. I'll cut it into strips. Okay. So this, usually what I do with something like this size, I'll cut it into thirds. And then those thirds, here, let me move this so you can see what I'm doing. I kind of roll this over like this and cut that into 3 little sticks. Okay. There's one that has a bruise on it. Well, you go bye-bye. Okay, now this one's a little bit wider, so I can cut it into 4 sticks. It's, you know, it's just starting to turn into spring. It was actually warm enough today. It was like in the low 50s today, and I actually was after work. This was the first time this year that I've walked from down by Wall Street where I work all the way up to Union Square. So that's like about almost 3 miles of walking. So that's really great. It's now, from now on, you know, every day that I go to the office, on my way home, I'm gonna do that walk and get my steps in. Okay, so now we're gonna get our plate out. Okay, so this does not take up much space on our plate, so put that there. Also, you know, for something like this, you want to have some sort of a spreader. So I've got 2 types. I've got this bigger one, and I've also got some smaller ones. So it doesn't hurt to have different kinds. So here's the smaller one that I have. Now, depending on your size of dish, you have to determine, you know, what kind of spreader. Actually, this spreader looks like it's about the right proportion for this guy. So I'm going to put this guy in here. Okay. So there he is in the mock pate, and I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of tarragon. Oh, I love how that smells. Okay, a little tarragon on top. I think that's going to be a really nice flavor with that. Then we're going to take some of these little pickles. Look at this thing. They have this little helper in here. Of course, it's kind of stuck down there. Okay, I'm gonna use a spoon. Put a couple of these little gherkins here. Here we go. I think three is good. Okay, now I need to get some toast on here. So these bigger ones are going to take up the most space. So I want to lay a couple of these out. And then we'll get a couple of club crackers. Now let's take these out. Don't need to get a whole lot. Just like about 5. Okay, we'll spread these out over here. Okay, and I have a little space back here, so I could put these little rice crackers in the back over here. I think that's a good spot to go. Alright, and now I just need to add my fruit. My raw veggies. Okay, so I'm gonna put my celery sticks down here, and then we're gonna pile up our cucumber here. Okay, alright, that looks pretty good. Wow, that looks really nice. So we can put crackers away. up and show you how this looks. Okay, so here we go. So here's our mock pate with toast, crackers, celery, and cucumber. This is going to be so delicious. I can't wait to dig into this. So I'm going to put this over on the table, and I'll come back and we'll start working our beverage. Okay, get a little dish here to put these cucumbers that didn't fit on that plate, and I'll snack on those later. Okay, now, okay, so our beverage tonight, we're gonna do a red wine spritzer. So we're gonna start with this is a Collins glass. So I filled it with ice. So we're gonna start with the ice. We're going to take a small split of some Cabernet Sauvignon. Okay, so we're gonna start with that. So for something like this, basically you're gonna be filling your whole glass, but it's gonna be, half of it is going to be the wine, and half of it is going to be a mixer. So you have quite a few options. Let's see, we'll put, okay, that's about half right there. Okay, so we have quite a few options for when you want to make a spritzer. So a lot of people use like club soda. That would be perfectly fine. You could also do Sprite, a lemon lime soda. You could also do ginger ale. But tonight, I am still loving this beverage called sparkling ice. This whole bottle is only 5 calories. So this is going to really help me with my diet. And this particular flavor is a black raspberry. I thought that would be really nice with some red wine. So we're going to fill our glass, the rest of our glass, up with that. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to get a straw. I'll give that a little stir. And that is it. So, a simple preparation tonight. I actually mixed up the mock pate this morning, so it had time to sit in the fridge all day while I was at work. I would suggest that you make it ahead. You could make it the day before or earlier in the day when you're going to serve it, so that, you know, the Dijon mustard has plenty of time to mix in there. So that was just the liverwurst, some Dijon mustard, some black pepper, and I sprinkled it with some Tarragon. And here's my spritzer, which is some red wine, and I used some black raspberry soda, low cal, super low cal. Now, when you taste this, if you find that it's not sweet enough, you could put some simple, I made some sugar-free simple syrup for myself. So, because I tend to like my cocktails on the sweeter side, so you could add some of this if you like, but that's up to you. Okay, so I wish you a great weekend. You know, spring is here, the flowers are starting to bloom, things are happening. So get outside and enjoy the weather. If it's good where you are, I think it's going to be raining here tomorrow, so that's why I got my walk in today. But, you know, I'll try to get out even if it's raining. So cheers, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.